Hello and welcome to your weekly technical update, your guide to the charts that matter this week. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, let's begin with a look at the chart patterns appearing on the ASX and what's hot and what's not. Louise Bedford from Trading Game begins with analysis of the ASX 20.
Top 20 haven't been the performers that you would hope that they would be, and often when the market is going through some discombobulation, there is a flee to safety. Now that things are going gangbusters, we have got a flee to those smaller stocks. So when we look at the top 20, we are just under the resistance level and it is cold compared to the rest of the market. And if you look at the top 100, which will be the very next chart, you can also see a very similar pattern. Luckily, with the ASX 300, which is the very next chart, the ASX 300, even though it is cold, you can start to see some movement upward. Now, I want you to focus, Andrew, on those final 4 or 5 candles. Those are replicated when you look at the all odds, and that is called a rising 3 in candlestick terminology, which is a continuation pattern. So it's a very strong continuation pattern. It's suggesting that strength is likely to continue moving into the ASX 300 as well as the all odds.
Well, for analysis at a sector level, Louise takes us through the charts on the ASX for communication services, healthcare and consumer discretionary.
Consumer discretionary is an interesting one to watch. It is in limbo, but the reason why I've brought this to our attention is we have a breakthrough candle in that final candle, which is a long green candle closing at or near its high, breaking through a level of resistance. So even though this is in limbo, we can see from this price action or the pips action, as the case may be, in this particular index, that it is very likely to become a much stronger index. So one to look at over the next couple of weeks in terms of opportunities.
All right, let's now take a look at healthcare.
Not so healthy, are we? So this is cold. We have got movement above our own 30-week moving average, but when you look at it in comparison to the rest of the market, this is not producing a beautiful opportunity to get involved with. And perhaps another one to have a look at as well will be communication services, which is hot. This is a gorgeous pattern. It is definitely that higher highs, higher lows concept that we're looking forward to define an uptrend, and we are absolutely outperforming the all odds in terms of this index's performance.
Well, a prominent stock in the consumer discretionary sector is the retailer Nick Scali, which reported results last week. Jonathan Takadina from MPC Markets and Adam Dawes from Shaw & Partners look at the stock's performance and outlook.
So the red line is mortgage repayments or interest rates and interest, and then the yellow line is the buffer, the extra payments that people have in their pockets at the moment. And you can see that continues to keep growing even after COVID when it came back down. And this is why I think the consumer discretionary space is going to look really good this year, because, or this reporting season, is because of that yellow bars there, that extra buffer that people still have even after paying their mortgages.
Basically, if you look at the consumer discretionary sector, there's been some standout moves, like Wesfarmers has just broken out the new highs, JB Hi-Fi has broken out the new highs.
Even Harvey Norman's starting to get a little bit of a wriggle on.
Exactly. So, I think that as the graph showed, there's some extra payments there, and consumers are spending. And Nick Scali is an example of that. And as you said, like historically, when they do report and they do beat and impress, the market does reward them. So it's where to from here? That, I guess that's the question. Is that, like, if you've already got your position, congratulations. It'll be tough for me to actually try and buy in here. I do think the market is heading higher. I mean, like, we're at record highs. I think the XJO is heading up to 9,000 from here. So yeah, if you're a momentum guy, I would buy in here, and I think it heads on higher. If what we've seen from the likes of JB Hi-Fi and Harvey Norman are sort of taste of what's to come, there's more to come.
And that's it for this week's edition of the Charts to Watch. Join us for more technical talk next week. Happy trading.